And thank you for choosing the wise decision to spend your time of this evening with us. We live in a time of incredible opportunity and challenges where technology, AI, and an endless array of tools are reshaping the way we work and live. As project managers, we have find ourselves at the intersection of innovation and execution, running in a constant marathon of advancements and efficiencies. But amidst all this progress, we must pause and ask ourselves why truly need what is really and what is truly actually needs to be our focus to ensure that as human beings we are, as opposed to working constantly with AI and technologies and leaders, we create values that goes beyond the deliverables. How do we ensure that our projects leave a lasting impact, not just for the organizations we serve, but for the communities and the people we touch? Today, we have the privilege of exploring these questions with none other than Grace Najjar, a visionary leader in project management who will guide us in uncovering the essence of value and impact in our work. And before we go to the presentation, I will share briefly with you the agenda. It is expected that I will spend not more than 10 minutes to introduce you with the PMI Germany chapter, our local group Darmstadt, the suggested conduct, and I'll introduce our speaker. Then we have approximately an hour and 10 minutes for the presentation and question and answers, if there are any questions that you want our speaker to cover for you. And then the last 10 minutes of the call will cover the next events. You will have the opportunity to rate the event and answer some questions on our survey. And I'll share with you the PMI PDU code, excuse me. The suggested conduct, as you all know, you have to mute your microphones. Please do share your full name so we can identify you for the PDUs. You can feel free to turn on your video so we can see you and put face on the beautiful names you have. Please do use the chat to ask questions, comments, and even share your LinkedIn profile to network with you further. You're welcome to contact the speakers at any time during the sessions, but please note that the speaker will be able to respond to your questions at the end of the session. And note that the session is already actually recorded. Good evening, Thomas. Welcome.
Hi. Hi, together. Good group we have here. And thanks for joining.
Hey, Thomas.
Thank you. Hi. And recording, I will try to mute everyone. Okay, something is happening. Someone is not muted. I will see what is. Okay, perfect. And the recording or transcribing the session by participants or AI bots is strictly prohibited except by the organizers. For those who are not familiar, the PMI Germany chapter has been comprised or merged in 2021. It has 5 regions with 25 plus local groups. In Germany, there are 11,000 PMI members, of which almost 4,000 are members of our German chapter. And the members of the German chapter are coming from 43 different countries. And the engine of the chapter is comprised by 150 beautiful, dedicated, delightful volunteers who are supporting the mission of the chapter. And the mission is dedicated in supporting the profession by empowering leaders, facilitating learning, fostering networking opportunities, and driving social impact through various projects, working groups on regional and local levels of events. The local group Darmstadt, or LGDA, you will see it later. It's the only international English-speaking group. Is comprised by 6 volunteers from 5 countries. We are trying to organize 2 events per month and 1 round table. Please join us on the LinkedIn group that we have over 400 members now. We are very diverse. We have members from North Macedonia, France, Germany, Lebanon, Afghanistan, and we are always welcome to have more people joining. Today, we are honored to have with us Grace Najjar, an accomplished executive advisor and visionary leader with extensive global experience across the EMEA region. Grace specializes in driving strategy execution, fostering innovation, and creating lasting value in industries such as construction, energy, and real estate. As the founder of Align Management Solutions, she has redefined how organizations scale and grow, aligning cutting-edge technology, AI-powered solutions, and talent strategies to achieve exceptional results. During her tenure as Regional Managing Director for PMI in MENA, Grace led record-breaking growth, tripling the region's revenue and impact while securing international recognition at the PMI Global Awards for the first time in the region's history. Beyond her executive achievements, Grace is a passionate educator, coach, and advocate for leadership development, empowering professionals and organizations to deliver meaningful results. She has been recognized as one of the top 50 inspiring women business leaders by Arabian Business and featured in the 100 most powerful Arab women list. Grace is also an esteemed speaker, columnist for publications like Forum Middle East and Arab News, and a part-time professor at leading business and engineering schools. She brings a wealth of expertise in project management, digital transformation, and sustainable impact, holding certifications like PMP, PGMP, DSM, and Scaled Agile Safe. Please join me in welcoming Grace Najjar as she shares her profound insights of creating value and impact in project management. Thank you for joining, Grace, and you're good to go. We are happy to have you.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Hi, Thomas. Hi, Maria. Hi. Thank you, local group Darmstadt and PMI German chapter for this invitation. I'm really honored to be hosted by PMI German chapter in this very critical timing of the year. Thanks to everyone who could join. I know that we're getting already ready to a vacation, so I'll make sure we feel like we are embracing celebration. It's going to be a mission for me to engage you. And thanks to the topic, I'm sure we will all feel enthusiastic about what truly means to drive value and impact in a world that is increasingly demanding meaningful results. So just as a look to take a look at the agenda, are you seeing, as I assume, the screen presented by Maria? So we will explore today 6 key themes. So we begin by acknowledging the challenges, be it delays or cost overrun or misalignment. And next, we try to redefine or define what success really means. Is it our traditional measure of success, efficiency or cost, or more? Next, we will explore how technology and innovation can enhance project success, efficiency, and the importance of alignment. And then next, we will explore the sustainability, which is no longer optional. Project must serve communities and embrace ESG principles. And then we'll go beyond metrics and highlight the transformative power of projects beyond, as I said, metrics impacting business societies. And finally, I'm going to leave you with the reflections on the blend between art and science in a world where we really need to be more and more citizen and people focus. So as a start, let's just gather inputs from everyone. So I'd like to kick off with a quick poll. So kindly scan the QR code. I'd like to hear from you. Why do you think projects fail? So, and then we can share a link. I'm more than happy to share the link if you have a problem accessing the barcode.
The link is shared for everyone who wants to access the link from the platform. You can see it on the chat.
So we see already answers around unsatisfied stakeholders, getting on the top, uncontrolled scope creep, objectives not met, bad communications, cost overrun, lack of funding, we still have more. We see some common feedback around, mostly around uncontrolled scope, objectives not met. With that, let's move on to the next and much more. Let's go deeper and hear from you an open question. What's the biggest challenge you face when managing or delivering projects?
And here we have the liberty to type actual problems that we face as project managers. Instead of having given the options, we can type the problem so we can talk about it, right?
So stakeholder alignment, communication and stakeholder alignment, firm politics, those are all challenges, diversity in mindset, timeline, skills, lack of skills. So what's your biggest challenge? The right team or resources, skills again, diversity in idea and lack of leadership, lack of vision, lack of clear scope, funding, do we have more inputs?
I think there are not more responses.
Okay, so can we move on to next slide, please? So thanks again for sharing your perspectives. From what I see challenges you've highlighted around scope, resource constraints, skills constraints, delays, lack of funding. So those are common. So we know why projects fail. We know how to prevent their failure. So why do we still fail? So I'd like to illustrate those struggles. Not that construction close to my heart, but it's an industry which has been really struggling. It's a fragmented industry, although it's contributing to 13% of the global GDP. However, it has been facing and still lots of slow in terms of productivity, and it's still underperforming. As you could see, the highlights are we're still facing 98% of mega projects cost overrun, and 95% of all projects fail as per CII to meet one or more objectives. Even PMI, in the most recent study conducted in 2020, the research found that for every billion in constructions, we have 127 million at risk versus 113 million globally. And the survey conducted among 40,000 PMPs also show 70% of cost overrun, scope creep, and so on. So the good news is that technology and innovation, which I'm going to touch on shortly, is helping increasing the productivity in this sector and is really transforming it. But I'd like to highlight that most of the challenges are happening in this, and it's a great case study for us. I'll go deeper with the next slide and take a broader look at the project delivery itself. According to 2022 PwC Middle East Capital Project and Infrastructure Survey, CP&I, although this industry, again, has picked up after COVID, and although it's really getting and driven by huge investments over the last 2 years. However, project delivery is not delivering. It is plagued with shifting timelines, competing priorities, improper execution planning. We have plans, but those are not execution plannings, and Moreover, 43% of the respondents in this survey cited that the failure to convert strategy into implementation is the most significant obstacle, combined with lack of alignment, unreliable execution, delays, quality issues, scope creep again, low productivity, and inefficiencies. So this shows again that reliable execution and much more alignment and modernized approaches are really essential to speak about success in these industries and to overcome these barriers. So now I think we're ready, after we have acknowledged the challenges among projects and with the vertical, which is the industry sector, the construction, I'd like to shift our focus a bit on an essential question. What is the true meaning of value, success, and efficiency in projects? I'd like to kick off this topic by highlighting the recent report by PMI, that of maximizing project success. According to PMI, success is about delivering value that is worth the effort, the investments, and the expense. It's not about completing the project, it's about the outcomes that stakeholders perceive as meaningful and impactful. The report highlights 4 key findings. First, management of perception. We know that we need to engage stakeholders. However, where the focus is to make sure that stakeholders see value relative to the resources and to the investments and align on measurable outcomes as we progress throughout the journey of the project execution and implementation. The ownership is key. The project individual and project teams have to own not only the output, but the success, and have a common consensus of success while managing and progressing outcomes. And obviously, we always need to assess and reassess external parameters, be it technologies or any changes, so we can adapt our value delivery. And the 4th highlights of this report is the expanding. We always need to expand to diverse perspectives and make sure the projects align with the broader business goals to create impact that resonates even beyond the organization itself. I can move on now to some of the basics. The aspects of focus on success is not new to PMI and to the industry, to the profession. Even if you go back to the 3rd edition of the PM book, projects were essentially about delivering value. Although we have lots of technicalities, we estimate, control, and we have lots of parameters and project management artifacts around risk management, costing, scoping, procurement. The true focus of projects and project management obviously were to deliver outcomes that meet stakeholders' needs and expectation. At the same time, project success enables organization to drive enterprise success by creating measurable value that extend beyond an individual project delivery. And then if we move on to the PM book 6th edition, it highlights clearly projects enable business value creation. So it's fundamentally about something exchanged, a value exchanged in form of time, money, goods, or intangible contribution. So this reminds us again that project success is not about outputs, it's about creating value that drive both measurable results or long-term strategic impact. The PM book 7th edition has been really doing great job to highlight in a stronger and much more clearer focus on value as the ultimate indicator of project success. So it shifts us away from just delivering on time within budget mindset. It highlights that success is about continually evaluate and adjust project alignment to business objectives, to the intended benefits and the value they create. So the key points here are value realization can happen throughout the project or at the end, or even well after completion. Value is not one dimension. It's dimensional. It can be quantitative or qualitative, like benefits that impact people, the quality of life, the social, economical aspects, or broader goals. And teams must focus on outcomes versus outputs. So this strongly aligns with today's agenda. Success goes beyond delivery. It's about creating long-term and measurable impact that resonates to stakeholders and to the strategic goals. Then one of my favorite practice guide by PMI as well is the benefit realization, BRM, practice guide, which has been a great contribution to help shift further the project and program management from outputs to outcome and long-term benefits. So this is especially critical in the program management, whether we're building airports, cities, or roads or railways. The focus is on driving tangible and intangible benefits. As I said, it's about not about roads, it's about reducing traffic congestion. It's about socio-economical growth. It's about sustainability for companies, access to education, access to quality of health, eco-friendly solution, better quality of life. So this is the focus on benefits that goes beyond the scope of a project itself. So as you could see in this framework, it shows that strategy drive projects. Strategic goals are broken down into objectives, which guide initiatives, leading to outputs. But here's the key. These outputs only create value when they produce measurable benefits and outcomes aligned with the overarching strategy. So to realize this value, this cycle must be tight and tightly connected from strategy to objective, initiative, and outputs, and outcome, and finally benefits. So value is only achieved if every step is linked and aligned. So next, another great, strategic alignment slide, which reinforce my earlier point. Projects are not isolated efforts, but they are part of a broader strategic alignment that drives value. So all starts with strategy, the organizational goals, the direction on what and how do we define success. Then we have the value decisions around the portfolio, which program we will be investing in, the prioritization, and which project will deliver the highest value for the organization. And then comes the project and program, which are where the results are delivered, and outputs here must be aligned with the strategy to generate, again, tangible and intangible benefits. And then comes the operation or the business value realization. This is where the true value is realized, where project outputs transform into business outcomes, into sustainable benefits and long-term impact in operation. I'd like also to highlight the two feedback loops, which are critical here. So the business impact analysis ensure we measure the value we deliver and assess its alignment with the strategic goals. And the value performance analysis, which allows us to adjust and realign portfolios and projects to continually improve outcomes, and even it could inform our strategy. So once again, this reinforces what we have been emphasizing, that success, it's more than delivery. It's about creating measurable and sustainable value across every phase, strategy, execution, and operation, ensuring alignment at every step. That's why we see the feedback loop. Clearly, nobody seeks underutilized projects or costly operation or outdated systems, or even unintegrated solution. We see lots of residential areas or buildings without people, empty. This is not a benefit. This is not a value, even if the building have been delivered on time. But an empty building is not a successful project. So think of example again like Concord. It's a marvel engineering project. Again, unfortunately, with the limited realization, and again, we're gonna touch on much more case studies. So next, this brings us to the equation, again, in the BRM practice guide, benefits minus costs equal value. It's simply put, whereby value, it isn't only about what we deliver, but the benefits we achieve after accounting the cost invested. So again, whether we're reducing traffic or improving socioeconomic outcomes or boosting educational opportunities or improving healthcare or in enhancing the public safety or sustainability, value is only realized when benefits outweigh cost. Otherwise, we could say that this is an unvaluable or there is no success within this project or a program. So next, it might be worth again to remember or to position the importance of a business case of a project. Another reminder from the PMBOK 7 guide to further align with the focus on success, it's essential to establish properly and effectively the business case that contains a 3 interrelated elements: the business need, why the project is undertaken, the justification, what's the worth of the investment, time, cost, and the effort, and what's the strategic reason. So this business case is really essential chart for us to define why the project matters, what's the success criteria, and how it fits with the business goals. Again, within the PMBOK 7 edition, building on the focus of driving value and success through alignment, here comes the effort and the need to manage this. And this is the effort, the critical profession of the project management, which is associated with driving this value creation. If you could see, everything we do as project managers would enable us to create and achieve value, whether individual or a group of people, all of them, they drive together project delivery, which is at the same time value creation. So just if we take a look at some of the key functions, provide oversight and coordination, the orchestration of the work, the feedback, present objective, insight, and the clear direction from customer, from stakeholder, from end users, everything related to facilitation and support, the collaboration, sharing sense of urgency, of responsibility, and so on. Performing the work and contributing the insights, everything related to producing the product, gaining insights from the cross-functional teams, applying all sorts of expertise or subject matter expertise, especially in a complex projects, providing some business direction, prioritizing the requirement map, interacting between stakeholders to define the product direction, provide resources. Obviously, we need such resources to deliver such objectives and goals. And finally, I'd like to highlight the governance. As we could see, a major pain points of the projects nowadays, especially the large scale project where we have multiple stakeholders, the complex one is to have a true and centralized governance of a project, a proper alignment, a proper leadership around strategic and business objectives. I think this function is really critical. It provides recommendation on insights on how to link strategy with progress, with objectives. So this is to maintain the linkage between teams and business objectives. This is a true function that has to happen and has to be centralized and clear and properly embraced within the project scope. So now a little bit of case studies. I think we covered a lot of theory. I'm excited to share one of the being in Paris at the same time of the opening of the Notre Dame de Paris after the fire. Unfortunately, the fire that happens in 2019, which has been a devastating fire. The restoration happened with a budget of 745 million euros. And the decision was to complete it within 5 years and not only deliver Notre Dame, but we needed a Notre Dame that is with authenticity, the same Notre Dame, with the same traditional history and tradition, and all of the historical, pillars and factors that makes the Notre Dame the most visited monumental in the world, with zero mistake mindset. So this highlights how critical are the elements of success. Not any cathedral was really expected after this renovation. The mix of, as I mentioned, the restoration with this proper vision. So this is why I think I highlighted, and I invite everyone to read the detailed study that I have put on a publication in my LinkedIn page. I highlighted the three elements of success of this Notre Dame renovation, which are around clear vision and agile coordination, whereby from the President Macron, it has been a clear vision with the establishment of an entity, an official entity, and he assigned personally a general to lead it with the architect, with the Notre Dame leadership as well. So this vision was properly aligned with a set timeline and a proper coordination, no layers included, with people and teams around expertise were able to have a proper decision-making with an agile coordination, minimized bureaucracy, ensuring swift and seamless execution with clear focus. This project is about multiple sub-projects, so properly focused on subject matter expertise per task where needed, and hence agile coordination. Obviously, this example also have been a testament of a strong talent and interdisciplinary teamwork alignment between over 2,000 skilled professionals, carpenter, engineers, sculptors, artisans. Around 20 professions were included to bring in the restoration to life. So the alignment and cooperation were really something fundamentally leading to success. Preservation of the historical, historical aspects of the Notre Dame, at the same time introducing the modern engineering, much more modern prevention of fire and systems, preventing fire and solving it immediately without being devastating one, and transforming it into a work of both artistic with technical excellence at the same time. And the third element was also, thanks to the agile coordination, putting in place a proper, effective problem solving and decision making, whether around the rebuilding of the spire, which one of the most complex, or the charpenter, the wooden framework, where you have the mix between advanced technology and traditional craftsmanship. Again, they needed to replicate the original at the same time, selecting the proper material, the proper time-honored method at the same time. They needed to ensure durability and safety and the integrity of the cathedral. So this is considered by all means. There is no one aspect which defined the success of the Notre Dame. I invite you to read the detailed publication. However, I'm going to move on to the next scenario as we're examining success. So what if Notre Dame that has been delivered with the same quality, with the same mix of historical, renovation, modern technique, but with 2 years of delays? Instead of 5 years, 7 years. Every year, Notre Dame, in terms of tourism, 12 million visitors visit Notre Dame every year. So this accounts with the 2 years delays. It's a scenario, 1 billion loss in tourism revenue. So managing this sensitive constraints is essential in the case of Notre Dame. Timing is sensitive. So this reinforces the idea that the true success lies in balancing the value creation. So a slow quality delivery would not really add more value at the same, and it will not offset the loss, the economical loss. So again, a proper alignment of the delivery with the business strategy become crucial for a sustained success. The next example, again, I'm inspired with the mega project that happened here in Paris. The other example and case study related to the Jeux Olympic that took place this summer. There has been a Paris Saint-Denis Aquatic Center, which was designed and initially planned to host the swimming events of the Jeux Olympic 2024. Due to cost implications. It was designed to accommodate 5,000 seats. The management had in mind that we need a sufficient seating so we can use it post-Olympic for community events. However, this thinking of cost and scope reduction didn't help the Olympic. It was inadequate to the Olympic competition. So obviously balancing sustainable value with meeting the immediate requirement of a project weren't really matching. So this is where a very agile and decision had to be taken in May, giving a tight deadline of a 36-day to transform instead the Paris La Défense, which has been a multi-purpose arena serving some big events, entertainment or rugby games, so that it can accommodate a larger transformation with 40,000 seats and swimming pool. So the risk, obviously, of this project, which was delivered, and the swimming events happened there. However, obviously, there has been some concern with the delivering quick, with reducing with some concerns related to 2.5 meter less than 3 meters updated, which is much more suitable to the performance in terms of swimming. So the water might be too shallow with 2.5 meters. As the point here is that no matter what, we as project managers, we will be faced the constant challenge to balance. Reduced scope mean definitely jeopardize quality. When we reduce scope or cost or do it quickly, quality or meeting specification or meeting the perception of the stakeholders or of the industry might be at risk. So no matter what, those basics aspects have to be balanced. At the same time, we will need to focus on long-term value, that what drive them not to build the Saint-Denis from scratch for one Olympic. One Olympic would happen at least within this decade. So again, the focus will always be ultimately on delivering value that aligns from one side with the project success criteria, but again, serving long-term impact. So next, now that we've explored the true meaning of value, success, and efficiency in projects, let's move on to explore how technology plays a vital role in this equation, how it improves the efficiency given the challenges we're facing, and why alignment between AI, innovation, and people is important to drive success. I'll start by the recognition of the fact that AI and technology are significantly transforming project management. So as per Gartner, 80% of today's project management tasks will be eliminated, tasks such as data collection, tracking, or reporting. So this shift will allow project managers, obviously, to focus on high-value activities, on driving business outcomes, and beyond being a tool. So the AI and technology is transforming how project, program, and portfolio management leaders leverage technology to align with the support of the achievements of business and strategic goals. So as per PMI, in today's challenging work environment, technology is one of the most important assets project managers have at their disposal. I'll go deeper into highlighting in these slides how AI significantly enhances project management, whether by streamlining or automating tasks through integration and process automation, or the additional human-computer interaction, or enabling much more predictive analysis and being better at estimates and at risk management, and also some little to non-human interaction as well. So with that, AI automates 70% of the tasks, where we could focus more on high-level responsibilities, or even contributing to 20% of planning assistance, allowing us to improve the resource allocation, the scheduling, timeline adjustments, identifying the bottleneck, and also augmenting 10% the strategy by streamlining the data entry, generating reports, improving transparency. So ultimately, AI empowers project managers with enhanced capabilities, some predictive insights, much more optimized processes, allowing us to make much more informed and data-driven decisions and focus more on this alignment that I've explained earlier with the business goals, with assessing perceptions and reassessing parameters for a long-term impact. Next, even with the most exceptional technology, we will always require alignment and adoption. So ignoring human insight or any strategic alignment can result to failure. If you want it human, let it be human. So technology is an enabler, is not a solution by itself. It's all of what we do with the technology. So again, all lies on the integration, the proper alignment between people, the business processes, the technology, and the innovation that we bring so that we can deliver greater value. So the real impact is realized when all of which are integrated and aligned. So this is where we expect to achieve superior results and much more enhanced performance and sustainable outcomes in the project management. Again, I'll go back to the industry that is close to my heart, which is the construction, which unfortunately, as I said, despite the huge investments and the scale, it's still hindered by low productivity and outdated methods. We still use some methods from 1950. So it's, however, the good news that it's undergoing a transformation through technology and innovation, focusing on solutions that provides productivity gains, increased healthy, safety, and integration. Not only that, with technology, we're expecting to improve the profitability, to manage more properly disruption and risk that are caused and that are within this construction, associated with this construction industry. And as seen in this photo for a 3D printed bridge in Amsterdam, the built environment firms are adopting technology-centric approach to project delivery, exemplifying how such innovation are reshaping this industry. So again, those are some of the pillars of the technology trends, and the source is the new construction and technology module by PMI. I was privileged to be part of the involvement with the establishment of these series of certifications. As you could see, the focus is on establishing technology enabler, digital solution, and on-site execution. Again, to my previous point, we suffer from delivery at the execution, from executional plan. So that we need also some enhancement to the way we deliver and execute construction project, in particular, not only how we plan them. So those are the three trends in this industry. And in the next slide, without I go into the details, I don't know how many we have from this sector, but you've heard of technology enabler around the Internet of Things, the cloud technologies, the digital twins. So all of those support data flow, connectivity, scalability. Digital twin, for example, create a real-time virtual model, which enable us to monitor and to be able to predict any maintenance or decision-making much more clearly and effectively on the digital solution, be it AI, BIM, blockchain, the robotics, or GIS, or else. We will enhance the planning and execution by optimizing the resource, how to plug and where the resource allocation, how to automate workflow, including tendering or procurement, and improve transparency. The other great example of the on-site execution with robotics and drones everywhere, the 3D printing, the wearable devices, the smart devices, which also improve every on-site productivity, safety, while streamlining construction tasks, including procurement or tendering. So I'll move on again to some of the examples from the Middle East. When we speak about the breakthrough related to the construction, obviously the Middle East will get on the forefront of a widely usage of of the digital twin of the drones or the augmented reality and the 3D printing. You see some of the examples here. So as you could see, in a region where citizen-first approach dominates, so these nations have successfully integrated technology with a human factor and capabilities to reshape this construction. As per the latest PwC also survey, CP&I, the technology adoption has passed 50%, with adoption of 41% of big data, digital twin, drones, with the majority of respondents recognizing that the benefits in reducing the human error while offering the project delivery, enhanced project delivery. However, everybody recognized the fact that we need skilling and upskilling so we can cope with these advancements. The other case study that I'd like to highlight here, also from the technology, the source is the technology and innovation module of the PMI new certification around the ExxonMobil Deepwater project off the coast of Angola, where this is a great example of innovation driving success, where and I think even the modular technology has been listed with the recent McKinsey report as one of the breakthrough sectors within the upcoming 20 years. So this is a true innovation that is going to last and going to be more and more developed, everything related to offsite and modular construction, whereas the benefits and success are clearly around reducing cost, being ahead of schedule like this project, 5%, and increasing productivity. However, definitely technology is great, is fabulous. However, it's not just tech. So I like this thinking of the new McKinsey research. I invite you all to look at it. It was just published this week. Here, obviously, we have the role of the project manager, which is crucial in enabling the technology. This is where there is a true transformation and evolution of this role, where we expect the project manager to be able to optimize. Technology costs us a lot, so we expect the project managers to be able to inform the proper decisions around the usage and adoption of the technology for that allowing us to drive more optimization and better performance within the project landscape. Again, with the next slide, technology is associated with innovation. An innovative mindset has to be embraced by all means. However, innovation doesn't just happen. It's a conscious effort. We continuously improve. And this is where project managers will always challenge the status quo. How can we do better? What if scenarios? And how do we remove the inefficiencies? And how can we always foster innovation? And we cannot act, obviously, with any yesterday's logic. The next slide, obviously, by McKinsey report around organization restructuring within the increasing pressure to skill and upskill our leaders facing these technological advancements. Organizations now need to improve. They need to promote a much more culture where continuous learning happens, where we build our talent, where we focus on enhancing what we call the power skills, the collaboration, the business acumen, and new ways of working. As you could see, agility or decision maker or innovation cannot happen in a hierarchy, in a bureaucracy mindset with the top down. Obviously, we need to shift where leadership will only happen by showing direction and enable actions. And we have teams per specialization, per work package, per task, being able to regroup and own specific end-to-end accountability. And that's what happened within the Notre Dame case. So I think this new agility within organization is really creating a paradigm shift for organization to move from machine to organism, stable at the same time, able to adapt. I will move on now to another topic, which is helping us to focus on beyond metrics as well, beyond delivering outcomes, by serving a much more important and significant aspect, which is the value of sustainability and community-focused initiatives. So here, delivering projects successfully is not a race, but it's a mission. It's a true mission to create value that goes beyond business, however, value to people and to the planet. So as we could see, the ultimate definition of success has shifted, which is no longer about profit. It's about the 3 Ps, the planet, people, and purpose, which means the evolution is not only to align with technology advancement or innovation, however, to align with the environmental, social, and governance goal, which are becoming essential in today's landscape. And by embracing AI, the good news, and aligning with these goals, project managers are redefining their impact. And technology is helping us within the same alignment with sustainability. It helps us to manage some VUCA condition, some volatile and uncertain aspects, analyzing data, predicting patterns, supporting decision-making. So these technologies as well help us to enhance governance, mitigate the risk, impact on climate, on water, on energy, on emissions, and even fostering sustainable, much more sustainable practices. So with the next slide, also from the PMI report that has been launched 2 years ago on the closing the ESG gaps, execution gaps, here we also expect leaders to set the standards with a sense of energy, whereby we have an effective project management that is needed to integrate AI and support the ESG goals through metrics, through clear plans and milestone early on. We can integrate, and we are supposed to integrate these principles into the project. And the first step starts with assessing which ESG factors are much more critical. Again, it's a subject that drives lots of investments. So prioritizing is key, and comparing to other competitors in the market. So we define which factors we need to focus on. We are also supposed to reinforce the organization's strategic goals and embrace, once again, a wider stakeholders' perspective and make sure we gather information and create a feedback loop. So by doing so, project leaders and project teams have the opportunity to drive much more meaningful change and impact while delivering the bottom line results. So those leaders, they will increasingly be under the pressure to skill and upskill, so that they will be needing a solid understanding of the ESG principles, and organizations are expected to invest in talent or in green talent. So, and this is it's a very growing profession around there. And here, we need to have a proper data and risk analysis knowledge, obviously coupled with a creative problem solving, critical thinking, combined with empathy, which enable leaders to navigate diverse perspectives, at the same time making sure that the project activities align with the ESG goals to achieve success and sustainable outcomes. An example from the same topic, which is the forest city in Malaysia, which has been called a ghost city, initially initiated to serve 700,000 residents. Upon its completion, which has been projected to 2035 with 100 billion investments, it has been designed to be futuristic, sustainable by excellence projects, eco-friendly cities. However, the key issues are, despite the significant investments and portions that have already been completed, only 9,000 people currently reside with a very limited activity. So unfortunately, there has been lots of issues related to the environmental sustainability, things like harming local livelihood or coastal ecosystem or fisheries. So this resulted into some public backlash, some negative media coverage, and some confidence related to the construction practices. So again, the key message here is that true success is achieved by aligning execution with the sustainability goals, ensuring lasting and positive impact. With that, I'll move on. I still have only two points. I'm going to expand further my analysis to the success with another perspective that goes even beyond metrics. It goes beyond ESG, the project that drive and serve a broader impact, shaping not only businesses, but cities, societies, and addressing national priorities for lasting change. When we when we think about bold nations that are rapidly transforming cities and societies, obviously the Middle East stands out as a vibrant city with dynamic growth. Over the past half century, few regions have witnessed such remarkable change. Take Burj Khalifa, for example, in Dubai. It's a symbol of engineering excellence, ambition that has transformed the whole downtown of a new vibrant. Not only that, it goes beyond being the tallest building in the world. It has completely transformed Dubai downtown and contributed to UAE vision to become the global hub for innovation, businesses, and tourism. It's designed with lots of aesthetic. Beauty is there, aesthetic is there beyond being a huge, marvelous engineering. I'm going to go back to the arts and aesthetic in the last point. Sustainable aspects are highly respected. It has been crafted over 9 years to create a legacy that lasts much more longer. Cairo in the middle as well. It's a blend. The tower, Cairo Tower, in the middle of the slide. It's a mix between cultural heritage and embracing innovation, with, you could see, sustainability respected with the solar PVs. The Museum of the Future next door to the Jumeirah Emirates Tower, where the government offices reside there. It's a masterpiece of innovation with some crafted, the traditional Arab aspects and the futuristic thinking. So these projects are not only, there are many, are not only landmarks, they are testaments to the exceptional design. How careful is the design? It's success start there with the design, with the strategy. It's not only about a tower nor a museum. It really transcends the visionary leadership, the bold nation, and they set the benchmark for the region. So really, obviously, those projects go beyond really talking about a tower or a museum. Obviously, this is not that. Saudi Arabia, the same. It's a nation reshaping its future through the Vision 2030 to become a global investment powerhouse. Congratulations to Saudi Arabia for gaining the 2034 World Cup. So definitely we're going to witness huge and mega projects there and some breakthroughs at that level. In the Kingdom Center Tower on the right was built in 2002. It was then the tallest building. Now it's the fifth. So it's competing with itself, Saudi Arabia, and with the region. On the left, we have the Diamond Tower in Jeddah, still under development, supposed to be delivered. Unfortunately, it was delayed due to COVID. It's a twisting 360-degree. Again, it's an engineering marvel, and it's going to be one of the second tallest building in Saudi Arabia. In the middle, we have Jeddah, which is aiming to become the tallest building in the world. And again, all of those are testaments to Saudi Arabia ambitions. Next, my message is not that Middle East is good at building only. We see how these projects transcend beyond being a traditional, project being delivered. They transcend the traditional boundaries. It's about reimagining, innovating, aligning with much more broader vision, that's of a nation. Envisioning not only 2030, 2050, and even UAE 2071. So it serves for a broader societal and economical transformation. And this innovation is reflected through AI investment. If you see the numbers, not only because the trend is AI nowadays, but the region believes that AI will drive much more productivity, and this applies to project management and transformation. So take Saudi Arabia, for example, they aim to increase the productivity by 50% through their investment in AI, which are projected to be 135 billion to the Saudi economy by 2030, and the numbers are really huge, with the whole region investments in AI as being the driver for growth, for GDP growth and economical advancements. The case study I'm also had the chance to hear it directly from His Excellency team. Road and Transport Authority is one of the close partners and member of the Global Executive Council of PMI. I have had, as I said, the privilege to build this relationship and hear it directly. His Excellency set the timing, no matter what, we're going to launch it 999. This was no question. in the Middle East timeline is set on the top and it's not subject to any negotiation. So the project management has to cope with that. So it's time sensitive. Speed is important. And obviously, this Dubai Metro goes beyond being a normal transportation mode of transport. It's a cornerstone of Dubai urban transformation strategy. It's projected to get revenue of 235 billion for every dirham spent in the metro. There was a return of 1.6 dirham, and even the return we're expected to rise to 2.5 dirhams. That's why you have this 234. And the benefits, again, when we talk about success, it's not about a destination A to destination B. It's about here comes the benefits, which obviously outweigh the cost. Going back to the theme of today's session, reduction of traffic, enhanced connectivity, 90 kilometers, lowering the carbon emission, obviously inclusivity for the society. It's served so far 2 billion rides. It boosted Dubai's reputation as a forward-thinking, sustainable city, and it enhanced the economic activity. So the message goes back to having this project that exemplifies how infrastructure projects goes beyond delivering line A or line B or X number of stations. It aligns with a broader business and national social objectives that can deliver enduring value beyond, as I said, any traditional performance metrics. Finally, I'd like to close with an important thought around, project management. It's no longer a discipline. It's no longer about strict metrics or technicalities of methodologies. I'd like to leave you with this reflection of the conversion of even art, science, where creativity meets strategy and innovation with a technical rigor. So Fayol has said, la gestion, c'est un art. So management is a true art. So I believe we are entering an era where aesthetics, the functionalities, innovation, they will converge from idea to design, to execution, to operation, to continuous improvement. The human intelligence is stretched. Coupled with the artificial intelligence, so we adapt and evolve to meeting the challenges. So we're gonna really witness much more harmonious blend of art, science, which is gonna stretch people intelligence, whereby it's really redefining what success look like, be it a monumental or a cathedral or a road or a big or large tower or a city. We always need to be artistic. We all need to have aesthetic at the same time, sustainable and successful projects. So finally, the final slide. This is in one of the largest mega projects in Al Ula in Saudi Arabia, where you could see lots of aesthetic there. It's just the opposition of the heritage, reflecting history and innovation at the same time. And I leave you with this sentence: not only one project at a time, but one piece at a time, we elevate the world, guided by humanity, expertise, and purpose. We elevate all of the humanity. As per Voltaire, beauty belongs to all. It gives hope to the human spirit. Let humanity and beauty prevail. Thank you so much.
I am amazed. I am left with no words, especially with the closure. This was so much wealth of knowledge packed in 1 hour. I am overwhelmed. I don't know how everyone else is feeling. I am very grateful for all this knowledge. If there is a book from you, I would be first to buy. Thank you, Grace.
My mom is challenging me. She wanted me to write a book. I'm writing publications, so thank you. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. I hope it wasn't so intense.
No, it was perfect, just exactly what we needed for closure of this year and to stay inspired for the next year to start powerful. I see in the chat, dear Grace, thank you for your interesting webinar. In your slides, I have seen references from PM Book 3 to PM Book 7. While PM Book focuses more on delivering value in project, how could this be attained by using all the versions of PM Box? That's That's a question from Arshad, who is also thanking you. So I'll read again the question. While PMBOK focuses more on delivering value in projects, how could this be attained by using all the versions of PMBOK?
Okay, that's a good question, Arshad. PMBOK has been really a stable guide, and it lives 5 years. And anytime PMI updates it, they make sure it goes through a rigorous process whereby it reflects all of the changes and adaptation to the profession. I think every recent version, which is the 7th edition, it reflects all of the updates. So I think whenever we need, I had to go back to the 3rd edition to see it's stable. All of the version have been stable, but any recent edition always reflects the updates. Obviously, the 7th edition has been really doing very well in terms of focusing. So we have been seeing really modules and chapters specifically highlighting importance of success and values. And I say we're not supposed to follow every reference. The PMI and the PMBOK gives the freedom to adapt and to tailor depending on every need. At the end of the day, the PMBOK is a reference guide, and it's recommended definitely to go back to the most recent version. I had to go back to the 3rd edition again to show like success has always been there, but it definitely with every version, with every edition, it has been, much more extended. And I had to justify and to prove like, since we're seeking more and more focus on success, it's been challenging with all of the activities associated with what we do. PMBOK 7 has been really doing great to highlight and emphasize again on the importance of focusing on success. So just go back to my answer to you is go back to the most recent guide, which is the PMBOK 7.
Yeah.
And the reports, actually all of the reports, the newest report by PMI is also very useful.
Yes. And it's always very useful to go to the first editions to see the growth and how much we evolved as in the project management industry, but also lessons learned when you can find there what we consider to be standard in the PMBOK 3 maybe is still valuable or not. The evolution is beautiful to be always witnessed.
Yeah, correct. Thank you.
Thank you. I see, Thomas, do you have anything to add or maybe to share?
Well, I'm just reading the chat, and there is Mohamed Faizul asking a question, Grace, to you. So the point is, how do you measure the ESG and carbon emissions in those projects?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think I covered that quickly through the AI. Thanks to the AI and the advancement of all of the technologies and systems, we are able to capture from every system, from every whether systems we implement or we plan or any equipment, we are really able to capture how much carbon emission is there from an engine to any battery or to any system that has been implemented. The technology, my answer to you is obviously the technology and AI system is helping. It depends on every industry. And I think that's how we shall leverage all of these advancements in technology is to help us test and assess the carbon emission and the alignment with that. There are lots of new innovation in the ESG, be it even I know that there are lots of sensor which you can test how the air as well, the air pollution. So how do you test that? So be it air or water or every single emission, I think all of the technologies are there to solve these aspects and be able to adapt accordingly.
Great.
Thank you. Anyone, any question? Now this is a great chance. Then I have something small to add in case no one was or someone was not paying attention to the chat. there was an additional comment added by Ralph, who during the time when Grace was talking about the church Notre Dame, he said that on RTV, Arte TV, whoever has access, there is a small series explaining the huge effort, just as an additional knowledge of what Grace already covered. And she has beautiful article written on LinkedIn that focuses on the project management perspective about the entire engagement and undertaking for the improvement and the reconstruction of the church. But according to Ralph, there's a beautiful small series on Arte TV in case you are interested. For those who haven't read the chat yet. Perfect. Thank you, Grace. Also follow establishment pour bâtir Notre Dame.
Yeah, this is the entity that has been created by the president to secure the governance, Établissement pour Notre Dame, and there has been a page, Établissement pour bâtir Notre Dame. There has been a page on LinkedIn which even show the marvelous video before and after and during the construction.
That's amazing.
So,
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you. We were exactly on time. I have to thank Georges for his technical support. He was the one who was navigating with the slides and sharing on the spot all the links that were necessary to accompany the speak, to be supported with the links for the QR codes, but also with all the articles. Thank you, Georges, for being here and supporting us. And I have to proceed now with my presentation. Please feel free to scan the QR code that is available now on the screen to add Grace to your network, whether that is on LinkedIn, on Twitter, or Instagram. And I will proceed with the presentation on my end, where you can see the QR code, and I will share it in the chat, the link for Mentimeter, where you can access it and you can give us your feedback about the experience you had from the presentation. Also, you'll be able to give extra feedback to the speaker as she is willing to hear anything that you have to share about your experience. And I'll put it in present mode and share it with you as well. All right. We have only 4 people. Maybe we have 32 people currently. There were 37 at some point during the presentation. Perhaps I can hope for more participation in the feedback in the Mentimeter survey to get more input from everyone, or as many as possible. And this is the code. If you have access on Mentimeter yourself, navigated through the web page, this is the code you can enter to get into the Mentimeter. Okay, I'll go to the next slide, where everyone is free to provide feedback. Grace, we are more than thankful and grateful and very appreciative for your time and for all the knowledge that you shared with us. 0 responses so far. You'll still have time, and this survey will be downloaded and shared with everyone, all the attendees of today's presentation, but also with the speaker. It didn't work.
Yeah, Maria, I also have a hiccup here because I'm presented with a page to vote, but it's in a view mode only, so I cannot update it.
Okay, I will just give me a second, please. Thank you. Apologies for that.
So
Can
we
you
have,
please try now?
yeah, again on this code.
And the code is, yes, it's coming now on the chat. I'm sharing again. It was a great insight. Thank you. Value, value, value. That is the feedback you're getting. Amazing. Yes, I would certainly agree with this. I think that it's a reflection from everyone. It was a great and interesting session. Very interesting. Many thanks. Great. Interactive. Thomas, did you manage to join or to connect to the Mentimeter now?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
With a
So
new
it's,
link.
yes,
Though
better.
I cannot see the first slide, where I can vote for the 5 different questions. Not sure if you, yeah. So now,
Can you please? Thank you.
but I can still not input anything here. Yeah, now I can. Thank you.
Awesome.
On the right side, not on the slide.
Awesome. We're learning and improving as we go. Real-time use cases are fantastic. Always very good when the speakers are coming with use cases, so we can connect the theory with practical work. Thank you for that. And very relatable and very active, something that is happening currently. Great insights and reflection. I'm astonished. Okay, I'll carry on with the next slide, where we are interested to see your perspective on the session experience and future interest, because our local group Darmstadt is focused on empowering the profession, empowering the professionals into their growth with knowledge and networking, perhaps also passing the word, a positive, hopefully, to someone else who's interested to join our sessions as well, so we can be more and merrier here. Seven people, 8. The number is increasing slowly. I will go to the next slide. Feedback on the LG Darmstadt overall impact on members' professional growth. Slightly different questions.
And if I may, we see somebody in our participants list who is called DE. We cannot really identify who that person is, so we cannot send you any follow-up emails and so on. So maybe if you can change your name or just write us an email or put it in the chat who you are.
It's Dunya El Khatib.
Good. Dunya.
Yeah.
Thank you.
or maybe it's not pronounced like that. Apologies. Perfect. Thank you for your feedback. And the last slide is something also very valuable for us, where you can type ideas for future sessions that you would like for us to organize. Topics or content that you would like to hear about. Oh, look at that, Thomas.
Yeah.
Program management. Maybe we should repeat on program management, and you have very beautiful content that you can share, but also we have colleagues who can bring knowledge on that topic. AI approaches for PM, climate tech and sustainability, setup of PMO, resource management. Yes, generative AI application in project management. AI and project management, how to manage AI project effectively, how to set up a strategy map. Very interesting. Program and benefit realization management are closely related. Nice topic, yes, Grace. And if you have a content that you can cover that, we would love to have you again.
Avec plaisir.
Glad to hear that. The Decarbonization project and the challenges imposed by pending legislation. More about project management experience sharing in German industry, e.g. production facilities. Very good. Effective program management. I see a lot of interest for program management, AI, climate tech and sustainability. And I know exactly the person who can talk about this, because we have a prospect new volunteer who might bring a lot of knowledge to talk about this topic, or bring colleagues of his who can talk about this, and we'll get you covered. For the upcoming year, we have a lot of topics to satisfy your interest with. I'm happy that you're sharing your interest with us, and stay tuned for the upcoming events. I'll stop the Mentimeter now, and I'll go back to the presentation where we have to share a few more interesting things for you. The upcoming session that we have planned so far is the basic of cost estimation, that it's organized for the 8th of January. Please stay tuned on the webpage to see more events. We are in negotiation and discussion with other prospect speakers, but we haven't clarified the dates yet. So keep an eye on the webpage where you'll see the events for the upcoming year. As you know, we are organizing 2 events every month, 2 online events every month, and 1 roundtable face-to-face meeting in Darmstadt, where you can also get PDU if you go in person to talk about various topics on site. And if you're interested to join, to be with us and join our mission in supporting the profession, you can be part of our group, where we are now currently 6 people, but we are very welcome to have more support from you. And if you have any further ideas in implementing sessions, be yourself speaker with a specific topic, or bring a speaker that you know that might be interested to be part of our mission, please do reach out to us. We are 6 members from 5 countries. As I said, we have Thomas Valenta, who is our cornerstone of our group, Florian, who is from France, valuable members as every other, Mohammed from Afghanistan, myself from North Macedonia, Tufik from Lebanon, and Elena Petreska, also from North Macedonia. We are located remotely. I'm in Brussels. Most of them are in Darmstadt, but we have people in Beirut, in Bad Kreuznach, and yeah, so we would love to see more people coming in our sessions, but also volunteering with us and supporting the mission in helping people in their professional development and knowledge sharing. And last but not least, please use the PDU and let us know if you have any issue. You can claim your points immediately, and in the upcoming days, we will share the entire content of today's session, the recording. The speaker agreed that she's going to give us some materials of the today's sessions that can be used as reflection for your whenever you want to use as a reference. I will share her contacts where you can reach out to her through the social media, but also some of the articles that have been already shared during the session. And I'll share also the link from the upcoming events where you can reach out quickly to the link of the webpage and see what is next that you can register in. Thank you everyone for the perfect number of attendance for the last event of this year. We are closing this year with a very beautiful topic, with a female empowerment topic, Grace that brings her profession and shows how things can be done when we're focusing on value. Thank you very much for your attendance and happy holidays, everyone. See you next year with our next event on the 8th of January. The more, the merrier we are. Can't wait to see you all.
I thank you for your time, for your invitation. I hope we will always gather to celebrate success. Happy holidays and Happy New Year, everyone.
Thank you.
Stay connected. Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. It's very precious time of the year. Thank you.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Bye
Happy
bye.
New Year.
Happy holiday. Happy
Bye
New
bye.
Year. Stay connected. Bye. Thank you, Thomas.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thanks,
thank you.
Thomas.
Bye
Thanks,
bye.
Maria. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye. Ciao.